watch this video and for some reason think that's how I act in a retail store, stop, because we hate you. Welcome back to my channel again, TorAthena, where today I'm doing another story time, and I have been racking my brains thinking, what can I do a story time about? Because apparently my life isn't as interesting as I thought it was. But turns out that I do have some things that I can talk about, and it's what I know, and it's working in retail. Before I owned a comic book shop and a game shop, I used to work in one. Game! Seriously, I was gonna throw this out yesterday. I was like, I've had this for 5 years, I never wear it, let's throw it out. And I finally need it. It never used to be this tight though. Would have got a lot more commission if it looked like this back then. Oh my god, this is so hot. Oh god, take it off. That's better. But you get the gist. Yes, I used to work in game. When I was 19, it was my first job and I worked there for 3 years until I opened my own shop. In those 3 years, a lot of stuff happened. And in this particular video, I'm talking about all the stories that I can think of that revolve around customers. And there are a lot of them. I need the wine just thinking about it. And yes, my wine wasn't cold and I put ice cubes in it. High to class. Basically, most of these are generic statements about customers, but I swear it's because there were so many of them that all do this. I do not say this lightly. I worked there for 3 years and I had some lovely customers, but oh my god, in general, customers in game suck. I don't know what it is. I have the loveliest customers in Level Up. It's very much a minority if I have an awkward or horrible customer, but in game, most of them were so funny, stupid, or rude. So let's just begin and start telling the stories. Side note, you just need to know that where I worked was in Chester. In Chester, the roads are really, really narrow, and if you looked outside the game shop, you could see across the road, Game Station. You just need to know that Game Station was literally opposite us, as most always are. I don't know why. So my first story is about the majority of customers who would do this, thinking that fair enough, they want the most money for their games when they were doing trade-ins, but they didn't know everything, and they would come in, they'd get a trade-in and they would not be happy with the price, or they wouldn't be happy with the price on the shelf, or just that they were for some reason pissed off with us game. And the amount of customers that would say, fine then, I'll take my custom to Game Station across the road. And every time this happened, I just wanted to scream to them, you know we own Game Station! That's right, customers, if you don't already know this, Game owns Game Station. You probably know this now anyway, because most of Game Station has been taken over, and all Game Stations are now Game. But before then, that was quite quiet. It had only been happening for about a year that we owned them, and they thought they were having one up on us by saying they were taking their custom to another store owned by the same company. It didn't happen that often, but the amount of customers that would come up to us and say, if we bought all this in cash, could we get any discount? You know this isn't my shop, right? I am on minimum wage, having to do as I am told with a computer that gives me no leniency whatsoever. You know that, right? Just the amount of times this would happen. Excuse me, I'm not really happy with this game. I've opened it, I've played it. I still have my receipt, but I would like all of my money back. Oh, I'm really sorry about that, sir. What's wrong with the game? Is it faulty? Oh no, I just don't like it. Now give me all of my money back. I'm afraid that's not going to happen. We don't have to do that, and it doesn't affect your statutory rights. You've opened the game, you've played it, you're not getting your money back. In reality, I was even more polite than that. This isn't fair. I've given all my money to you. I don't like the game. I deserve my money back. Yes, and I've recently discovered the blue makes me look fat after ripping the tag off the jumper, so I'm not getting my money back from next either, so fuck off! So often. Daily. The amount of people who'd be so angry, because seriously, people love to complain in game, and as they're walking out, they'd be like, we're never shopping here again. Ugh. My minimum wage paying job, not be able to sleep at night because of this. Once again, you know we don't own the shop, right? I have seen so many unique and crazy shit, it's weird. One, I saw a poor dad having to carry out his son sick in his hands as he's still throwing up because the poor bastard didn't want to throw up on our carpet. Thank you, kind sir. You are a hero among us all. The pregnant woman who claimed that she was going into labor, making a massive scene, needing a seat and a drink, and then took a sip of drink and went, I'm fine now, and walked out. The smelly customers. Weirdly though, I've seen no shit. One time I saw my manager collapse. I mean, actually collapse. Now the staff team in game were like a family. It was the best thing about working there. And I was walking down a corridor and I saw off the shop floor my manager walking towards me. He swayed, went into the manager's office and just collapsed on the brick floor, and I just screamed. I was 19, I was freaked out, I was terrified. I ran outside, I rang an ambulance, and we rang HR and they said close the shop, wait for the ambulance to come. And so I had to evacuate the shop. There were two women in there, two mums with their kids, all family and friends, and I went up to the first one and went, my manager has just collapsed, we need to evacuate the shop until the ambulance comes. She puts down her game straight away and just walks out. Like, good woman right there, you did a good. The second woman, I went up to her, explained the same thing. I'm really sorry, my manager has just collapsed in the back. We have to close the shop and wait for an ambulance to get here. And she went, when will the shop be open again? How about when I know my manager isn't gonna die, bitch? Some people, eh? How badly do you need your game? I'm still convinced this is caught on camera because it was like a candid camera or something, but I had to stand on door duty once, and that was literally, you just stand by the door and greet everyone that comes in and says goodbye to everyone who leaves. And this elderly middle-aged man walked in and with the poshest of accents went, excuse me, my son, he wants a video game console. Do you sell those? Yes sir, we do sell them. Excellent. What is a video game console? When I was key holder, I had to open and close the shop when I had to run the shop. Duh. We used to have to get there about 20 to 9 and then be open at 9 o'clock on the dot. The amount of people that would be waiting at the door at 9:00, and I remember this one specific time, it was 9:03 on the till. 9:03, 3 minutes, 180 seconds late. And as I get to the door, someone's going, and I open the door and they go, what time do you call this? I swear to God, I wanted to say, 3 minutes past 9. You got a problem with that? But instead I just said, haha. Like, how badly do you need a video game that you are 180 seconds late opening the shop and you have to complain or comment or tap your watch? I'll tap your face. Breathe, it's fine. This was 5 years ago, Lucy. You're in a safe place now. And my absolute favorite story ever was when, you have to remember, when I worked in game, iPhones weren't really a big thing then. I didn't have a smartphone, I couldn't even access the internet on my phone, and most people just usually had a standard camera phone and text and phone call, no internet. And we were in the shop and there was a son and a mum just walking and talking. Now during the weekday, game could be dead. Like one customer or no customers could be in the shop for quite a while. And it was literally just those two, and for some reason we weren't playing music or the music was quiet and we could hear the mum going, I don't believe you. No, I'm not having that. That doesn't make sense. Really? And we're thinking, what is going on? And she comes up to us and she goes, excuse me, is there such a game as Anal Raider? I just looked at the son who is on his knees laughing in the shop, and I went, no, I think he's just had you there, I'm sorry. And she turned around and went, I fucking hate you. Oh, family goals right there. Yeah, so they were my favourite stories or rants or things that happen in game. If you are that kid who tricked your mum, I owe you a pint when you're old enough. If you're old enough now, that was quite a while ago. But oh my God, it does make me very nostalgic to game, although I love my shop a lot more, but I miss the people there and the stories. I don't really get stories like that anymore because I genuinely have fucking awesome customers. And I'm really sorry, I've swore so much in this video. Well, thank you so much for watching. Do you work in retail? For the love of everything, please comment your best stories below, or your rants, as most of these have been. Do you like me talking about my history working in game shops? Do you want to hear more stories? I have loads. Comment below, like and subscribe and all that jazz, because I do videos every week. More than once a week. I do loads of videos. I do videos. Just I'm really hyperactive today, I'm sorry. Thank you for watching. Bye!